Hello everybody, welcome back. We are in the fabrication trailer right now working on that frame jig table, and I think right away you can see the benefit of a table like this. I have my side plate on here. That's 1/4 inch by 8. I've got a piece of 2x2 box tubing, 1/4 inch wall. And you can see with those clamps, I have that attached to the side piece with those clamps going sideways. You can see them sticking through there. And that allows me an area that I can clamp down in this direction to the top with some more of these clamps every so often. So this clamp is squeezing it down to the table, and this clamp is squeezing it tight together against the 2x2. And there's a look at it. That's the first side piece going on. And the table is upside down right now, so I'm going to have to lay on the ground to tack this edge in there. But it's just easier to work the clamps and do everything in this orientation. It's just easier for me, so I don't mind laying down and welding overhead. That's no big deal. We're going to TIG everything together and put some TIG tacks on it, and get this first side on. And then we either got to move that drill press or pull the table out to get the other side on. But I'm going to get the two long sides on first, at least tacked on there. Then we'll start filling the grid in, and then we'll flip it over. But we might have to move it again so I can work my way in there. Okay guys, got one side on. I'm just filming from the underside here. Every so often we just got about a 1-inch tack down the length of this thing. I'm going to leave it just tacked for now. There's another one, and another one, all the way down. And I'm just going to leave those tacks in there. And get up here. Okay, it took a lot of clamps. It took some wedges to get our gap right. Not the gap, but we want everything straight, so we had to move the table up and down a little bit. It took some pipe clamps to get everything the way we want it, and it's a lot of work to put just one side on, but once we get the sides tacked up, things should go pretty fast. We're going to fill in the whole center section. I think every 6 inches on center I have it planned for. With some 1/4 by 6, and then we'll go sideways every 6 inches or so. But that's one side. Now we've got to prepare to move the table again, just a little bit so I can get on the other side. So it's a slow process, but I'm getting on it. I'm getting after it, working on it. It's pouring rain today, so not much else to do, and we'll try and get that other side on today as well. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a little bit, but I'm going to take you along and show you some of the frame table progress. I'm out in the fab trailer and it's a cold, windy day, but I've been jamming on this. I've got all my support in. That's 1/4 inch by 6 flat stock, and I've kind of got it offset, as you can see. You know, piece here, it's staggered as we go through. I think it's stronger that way. In the corners, you can see I put boxes to put the leg on, and that's so I could use, you know, if I just had the leg up against here, I might cover some holes. So I still have access to these 4 holes here. So all the corners where the legs are have boxes so I could access, you know, every hole. I've got some legs on it now. I've got some adjustable feet, and I didn't get any footage of it, but basically I had some plates laser cut, and then on that I welded a nut. I TIG welded that nut on it, and then my leg will go over that, and then I just welded around there, as you can see right here. So the nut is inside there, and I have a jam nut right there, and a foot. That's a 3/4 10 thread there. So super strong feet, and I have 8 legs on this, and there'll be adjustable feet on all of them so I can get it perfectly jigged up level. And there was a lot of welding in here. I used 6010, 1/8 inch 6010 5P plus, and I stitched everything in. There's, like I say, a lot of, because I offset it, everything had to be welded individually. Boxes are fully welded. So at this particular point, I'm going to get the feet in there. I'm just putting some anti-seize on the feet, just so that so they're always able to move. We'll get the feet in here, and then we got to get this guy out of here for sandblasting. The underside from all the welding and stuff is a mess, so got to get it out of here, take it in the back. I've got a lot of sandblasting to do, so I want to do this while I'm blasting, while I got the compressor running and everything. We'll get the underside completely stripped down, and put some epoxy primer on the underside here. But we're getting there. We're almost almost ready to get it out. I just got to get the feet in, clean all the burned out rods out of there so we don't get any flat tires anywhere. Give it a good clean up, and then figure out how we're going to get it out of here. Okay guys, table's ready to move out now. All the feet are in, it's cleaned out. I was supposed to have a little bit of help today, but same thing happens when it gets chilly out every year. Everybody runs inside and hides. So I'll probably wait until I could get Maria out here, and we'll get this table lifted up and pulled out of here, and then I can take it back and sandblast it. It really needs it. So that's what's going to happen next. I thought it was going to come out today. I really spent a lot of time, a bunch of hours this morning getting all the welding done, and it's just not going to happen today. So it's ready to go. We're just going to lift it up. I'm going to put it on the floor on some rollers and roll it right onto the back of the rollback truck, and then flip it with the crane. So that's what's going to happen there. I don't know how much I showed you guys of the fab trailer. I think I showed you the lights are in. I put a mini split system in here. That's the indoor unit, heat and cool. There's an outdoor unit, and that's working good. Obviously when I'm welding I can't keep that on, but it takes the chill out when you're just working in here. It'll be nice with the air conditioning too. I did get the Marvel saw. I got a new blade in there, and that's running. It uses, let's see if we can see those. It uses corks. That's the friction material for inside right there. There's an assortment of corks I got with it. So I had some trouble you slide this guy here, and that puts more or less tension in the feed. You know, this whole rig feeds forward. So I had to spend some time and get that right. But it is running. I hope you're able to see it. It's feeding real good. Everything's up and running perfectly. I don't know if there's anybody out there that likes old stuff as much as I do, but this saw has been running since new in a shop, and I was lucky enough to get it, and after just a tiny bit of tuning up, it is cutting perfectly, and I'm super happy with it. And like I said, just those corks are kind of a pain, but you really got to get those right to get the feed right. But other than that, I got a few new blades with it. Everything is nice and tight. It's just good. It cuts like butter. So anybody interested in the old stuff, this guy is up and running and going strong. So this trailer, with the exception of some other benches and some shelving, this trailer is just about done, and I'm going to make a table, you know, an outfeed table for the Ellis here, so I can lay long stuff on there. Have a dedicated plug for the plasma cutter now, and once the bench gets sandblasted and painted, that'll go in position, and I can get the drill press out. That's been kind of locked in there since I started building the table. But like I say, the table is ready to go, and won't be long before we're building frames on here. So that's the fabrication trailer. I have been doing a little bit of work in the meat processing trailer. I haven't taken you guys along on that. I don't know if anybody's interested to see it, but I'm building a cooler in there now, and I'll take you over there and just show you a little bit about that next. Okay guys, coming in the door, you see this is going to be the cooler. You can see the framing I've got. So there's the door. I put 2 layers of this insulation down as a thermal break. Then I put my lumber on that, and then I have 8 layers in here. You see I've got a bunch more to go, and that'll be in the walls and the ceiling. So this area will be the cooler. It'll be the width of the trailer by 13 feet long, and this is going to be the meat processing trailer. I've got the air conditioner here, and I'm doing a Coolbot setup that kind of tricks the air conditioner into stay running, so you could put whatever temperature you want in there. Still got to get that cut in. Starting to wire up the machines now. I got the panel in down here. Okay, there's our 3-phase panel. I still got to take off and put some lights all the way down. I haven't done that yet. But the 3-phase machines, this is our mixer grinder. That's wired and working good. I overfilled it, so it's leaking a little bit of oil out of it. I've got a Butcher Boy bandsaw in here. I got a real good deal on this, so it didn't have the right table on it, but I'll get a table figured out on this and get this guy going. So it's tested. We tested that. It runs good. There's my lumber to build the rest of the cooler. So there's always something going on. There's still a lot to do here. We were going to put some cows down in December, but they're just not as big as I would like them, so we're going to wait for the springtime. And that's good because it gets me a little more time to finish this up. So a lot more insulating to do. I got to build doors, a hanging track system. So there's a lot to do in here, but I'm gaining on it little by little. So that's the update on this. Anybody's interested in seeing the cooler get built with the air conditioner and the Coolbot mechanism, let me know and I could take you along. And like I say, you know, I've got all this excess insulation, so this is 3.2 R value per half inch. So I'm hoping to have, with some foam and some other stuff, I was hoping to have an R50 on the floor and R30 everywhere else, the ceiling and the walls and stuff. So it should be an efficient cooler. But if you're interested in seeing that, just let me know. Okay guys, we're back outside the fab trailer again. Just want to show you the mini split if anybody's interested in doing something like that. I put an 18,000 BTU unit in. There's my line set, and I built a bracket off of the trailer, and there's my outdoor unit. And super quiet, heats it nice. It won't be great. It's just a heat pump, basically, air conditioning unit, and then they kind of run it in reverse to make heat. They're not super efficient in the cold weather, so I'll run like a little torpedo heater in there when it's cold. But it'd be super nice in the summertime. And like I say, it's super quiet, and 18,000 BTU takes care of the trailer pretty quickly. So it was a good thing to put in. I'm really happy with that. So if you got a small space and want to heat and cool it, mini split's the way to go. Okay everybody, we're just in the paint booth now, trying to bring everybody up to date on their projects. This is Matt's CJ5. I got it hanging from the beam, and when I hang something complete like this with an engine and stuff, I like to put the post jacks. So I got one post jack there and another one back there, and because they do get quite heavy with the engine and the axles and the springs and stuff like that. But I laid down 3 coats of epoxy primer on what we had, and then I put 2 coats of urethane black on there, and it's looking real good. And I'm gonna paint the wheels tan to go with the Luzon red body, and then we'll get this chassis, we'll get the wheels back on the chassis, and finish up putting some brakes. I gotta get the master cylinder in, a few more lines, and then the body will go on. So making progress on this, and just trying to, like I say, bring everybody up to date on what's going on. So we'll go back in the shop and take a look and see what else is happening. Okay guys, you're looking at Hal's L-head engine. I got the guides and the valves just sitting in there. Hal indicated that he wanted me to get his axles done first. So we do have to put seats in this engine, and I didn't get going on that because I'm going to get going on his axles, and I'll show you where we're at on the axles. Let's take a walk through here. Okay, you remember we sandblasted them. Front axle is ready to be cleaned. Hal was having some trouble getting the hub off, any kind of ruin the hub here. But we'll go after that and get that right. On the other side, I don't know, I think he got aggravated and he took a hammer to it, but we'll get things squared away on these. Okay, here's a bunch of Timken bearings, seals, kingpin bearings, wheel bearings, everything we're going to need for his axles. I still need to find a set of 11-inch backing plates because we want to put the 11-inch upgrade on this. Having a hard time finding them. Anybody's got a set, let me know. And the Bendix axle shafts are not in great shape. They're quite worn. It's hard to see in there, but they're quite worn. We're going to have to upgrade those to Spicer axles, Spicer type joint axles. And rear end, ring and pinion look good. Just got to get the hub and everything out of there. Like I say, they just made a mess of that, but we'll get that fixed up. Not a big deal. And one more thing that came in from Jonathan. We've got a MB frame sitting here that needs a lot of help. Frame horns, it needs bumper gussets. I have to put some spring hangers on there. We've got some holes in the frame. Got some holes right there. Transmission cross member is a little messed up. Rear cross member is in rough shape. We've got some bad bulges and twists here in the frame. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll get that fixed up. And we're just about ready to start tearing into this. And I'll take you along if you want to see the frame restoration. Okay, one last thing I want to show you guys. We have our AMC 258 cylinder head in our seat and guide machine. And we are going to put the Chevy valves in here. We're going to put 194 exhausts, intakes, and 150 exhausts in there. There's not a lot of, seems like, interest in the engine videos, but if anybody wants to see this and see how to get more power out of your 258 cylinder head, just let me know. We've got some guide work to do. We've got to do some milling. We're going to use probably the Scorpion rocker arms. Guides, valves, seats, you name it. But everything is in the cradle, and we can kind of put this anywhere we want. And put seats in it or drill for guides. We do just about anything. So that's coming, and I'll give more detailed information on that if anybody's interested, and show you how the 258 build goes. I did get a crank, and I ordered it from a company, and I said, hey, is it the 12 counterweight crankshaft? And they assured me it was. Paid for it, they put it in a box and shipped it to me, and naturally it was the 4 counterweight crankshaft. So hard dealing with folks out there these days, even the guys that are crankshaft guys. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or they just don't really know the difference or how to count between 4 and 12. So I have the wrong crankshaft. I thought I had the right one, but still looking for a 12 counterweight crankshaft, and having a hard time finding one. I've been through a couple engines, and crankshafts have been a disaster. So I'm going to try another engine. If not, I'm just putting feelers out for a 258 12 counterweight crank. Alright, I think that's about all I got for you today. We're getting engines done, we're getting axles done, working on frames, and making things happen. So we're going to end this one here today. And as usual, I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. Pass it along to a friend. Anybody you think might enjoy the channel, just pass the videos along. Okay, thanks again. We'll catch you on the next video.